Hi, welcome back to channel TrainStation2. Alright, this is really a confusing event. Finally learned how to get coins for the ranking chart, which I'm going to share with you if you're still trying to figure out. So, this is the start of the event itself. So, what's going to happen is that, of course, you got to do jobs, right? You got to do those jobs in order to get the tickets and the passengers, and then eventually put your 3 passengers onto the train, and then send them out. And depends on the number of tickets that you have, then you can make the appropriate stops. So, I did the first round by putting in all the passengers into the empty seat in the Orient Express, and then eventually send them up all the way to the end without gaining a single coin for the ranking chart. So I was totally amazed at how this event was being designed and played. So I was totally puzzled at the same time. So I did the second round of sending my passengers out. The second round, I finally discovered how I could do it to get that coins for the ranking chart itself. The rewards very disappointed. This is utterly impossible. 10,000 for a container, so I thought that was really too much and not very attractive after all. So I was doing the video about sharing about how to prepare and taking a look at the videos driven by Pixel Federation. I was so excited and so hyped up for this event, and then looking at the rewards itself, I was totally disgusted. So I'm not too sure about you. There's no trains at all, and there's no special buildings, and basically just giving containers. So that is not really kind of Pixel Federation to the start of the year for the first event. So I was really hoping for something more than that. So it is very new, totally new concept in this. Getting passengers, getting tickets by doing the jobs, and once you have them, you can put them in onto the trains, the Orient Express, by just adding them in. Of course, if you want to get more seats, by all means, you can do that. Alright, so this is to show you, once I've done with that 3 passengers, I'm sending them out. Of course, those who are willing to spend gems for this very short event, go ahead, but I'm not going to do that. So once you're there, you got to make the path. I got 2 Paris and 1 Sofia, so I'm going to hit the cities so that we can gain those extra coins. I was along the way thinking that this would give me coins for the ranking chart, but I was totally wrong. So these are the ones, those big contract and small contracts are the ones that give you reward coins, and that would attribute it to the ranking chart itself, and not the coins given when you pass the required city. So for example, this I'm collecting 125. Yes, that's for me to use to claim rewards from the reward shop itself, but it doesn't contribute towards the ranking chart. So I've been wasting my tickets thinking that the moment I could pass through the more cities and reach the end of the journey itself, I would be able to contribute towards the ranking chart, and I was totally wrong. So had I known this earlier, I would have saved up and planned my move properly. So in the second trip, when I go from start again, sending my passengers, I did a more careful move each time, taking into account all these are very precious tickets. You really have a hard time getting those tickets and passengers by means of the jobs that they gave us. It was really huge number of quantities. I did a lot of preparation work. I got a lot of nails, a lot of saw blades, but they all totally ran out just after 1 round. So that seems to be suggest that it's really tough. You can see here, I was so happy at this juncture. I was thinking that, alright, great, I got 431, and I just ignore all this big contract and small contract and just push all the way towards the end of the journey. So it was how silly I am when I first started this event. I really wanted you to plan well and get the most out of your trips itself. So for me, I didn't do that, so I lost out quite a fair bit, and I was having totally 0 coins attributed to the ranking chart after almost a full day of playing it. So that was really frustrating, and I really reached Istanbul eventually, and there was no no coins attributed to the ranking chart. So I'm going to skip that part. Later on I'm going to redo this, run through a second trip, probably with passengers, a fresh batch of passengers, and then we'll see whether we can meet those small contracts. Alright, so very quickly, it takes a long time to do up this Oriental factory items, because we do not have them prepared firsthand, because this is the first competition. And by the way, do not buy the event pass. It's totally not worth it. So please do not spend real money in this game. Alright, so I've collected a passenger and a ticket, and now you can see the quantity is asking for is really horrendous. So if you can't do it, luckily they allow that bin button, just bin it away, so that eventually you generate a new job. Hopefully you can get that job done. So chairs are really huge quantities they're asking for. So let's see how we work that out. Okay. Alright, very quickly, let's get things done. We got a few items ready in the Oriental factory, so very focused right now. Get all the steel that you can and the wood that you could. As you can see here, we are still at 19 positions, and there are a lot of people, 18 of us, still couldn't figure out how to do this. There's only 2 smart persons, so they have done that. So in this round, we only have 2. Unfortunately, let's see how things move out. Alright, so there'll be a win in Australia and Sofia, and then let's see how we can move this ranking chart up eventually. I think small contracts the one that I should be focusing on, so I want to make sure I have that items ready for that small contract eventually. Hopefully we can get those 142 coins ready, and with that we could push forward. So this is really something that you have to make sure you learn this. I'm gonna focus again. Small contract, big contracts are the ones that give you the coins that contributes towards the ranking chart. Nothing else, not even the coins that you gain from the reaching the town of the passenger, or the luck that you have from getting the coins from the chest. So all this doesn't contribute towards the ranking chart. I'm going to repeat this many times because these are the mistakes that I made. I do not want you to fall for the same trap, the same mistake. Alright, so now we're almost there. We want to get this done, and then eventually the manufacturing glass as well as the chairs. So make sure I'm going to push it forward. Manufacturing glass, make sure you have tons of it. Like I said, a lot of preparation work required in terms of nails and saw blades and steel and locks. All these are the items required, and I'm not forgetting the iron powder. So all these are really something that you could prepare lots and lots of those items. And of course, not forgetting the next competition will come after this. People will be preparing with head start, so make sure you do that as well. But I doubt we will be able to generate much rewards from this event, given the fact that the exchange rate for a container is 10,000 for a legendary is too greedy, and it's too ridiculous. So this is not making me happy. I hoped they could do better, and it's just too much. We probably just changed for a simple container end of the day of this event, and not very fruitful. So let's see how things work out. Hopefully we get more of those coins by doing better in the ranking charts next time. But as along as the way we're gonna do things, unfortunately we can't control, but we're gonna level up. So very soon I'll be out of this region, which I'm really very afraid of, because once we enter the new region, it is like starting as an infant. So you couldn't do much with the limited capacity trains, limited number of trains. All this are causing you to lose for competition. So I'm really hoping I could stay where I am in Netherlands as long as possible by not doing so much of the work required in the non-main event. So this short event, I'll try to still play it because it's something new, not that I've encountered after playing TrainStation2 for almost 2 years. This is really a new concept. How I wish this was a main event, but unfortunately probably Pixel Federation is trying to test this out and see how much hate they receive when they ask you for comments. I'm going to put in one hate mail though for sure. I think the rewards is poor. the design, although they try to guide us, I don't think it's good, because they should put in all the coins that you get from the journey, be it opening from chests, or be it you send the passenger through the town. They should give it to us in terms of the rewards, in terms of the coins contributing to the ranking chart. So you can see the reward is 71. By watching a video right now, you can see I have collected 142, and this is the one of the small contract that I'm talking about that attributed to the ranking chart, and with that I propelled myself to number 2 in the ranking chart. So finally I learned this, and of course there'll be more things you can collect along the way. I'm going to plan my moves, and of course I'm going to pass through win as well, and make sure for that to get more of those coins, although it's not adding to the ranking chart, but it does give you the coins to exchange for rewards eventually. So this is something you gotta bear in mind. Okay, so I think I've spoken enough in terms of how to get the coins for the ranking chart. I hope you get it right now. Alright, gonna continue my journey. Thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe. Goodbye.